Hey Penguins! Remember the glory days of Rocket League? After its explosive release in 2015, this game had the gaming world in a chokehold, blending the thrill of soccer with high-octane car chaos. With around 6 million active players, multiple nominations and wins in gaming awards, and a buzzing esports scene, Rocket League was unstoppable. But after Epic Games acquired it in 2019, the buzz surprisingly died down, which makes us wonder, what really happened? It all started back in 2008 when a small but fiercely passionate game development company called Psyonix, led by the visionary Dave Hagewood, first released a game with a really long name: Supersonic Acrobatic Rocket-Powered Battle Cars. It was a mouthful to say, and while fun, it only managed to garner a cult following but never achieved widespread popularity at the time. However, Psyonix believed in its vision and saw the potential for something greater, a belief that would shape the future of Rocket League. Years went by, and the dedicated team never forgot the magic of their first creation. After years of tweaking and refining their original idea, Psyonix re-released the game as Rocket League. This time, the name was simpler and easier to remember, and the gameplay was polished, with the mechanics way smoother. Players controlled rocket-powered cars on a soccer field, using boosts to zoom around, perform flips, and hit a giant ball into their opponent's goal. The blend of soccer, racing, and acrobatics unique to Rocket League proved to be an experience players couldn't get enough of. On July 7th, 2015, Rocket League launched on PlayStation 4 and PC, and this time it was more visually stunning and packed with adrenaline-pumping action. Its rise was fast and further accelerated by Psyonix's clever decision to offer the game for free to PlayStation Plus subscribers at launch. This move brought a flood of players to their game. The game's viral appeal was amplified by streamers and YouTubers who share their epic moments and hilarious mishaps on the platform. Videos of incredible goals and last-second saves spread across the internet, drawing more and more players into the fold. Rocket League became an experience that was entertaining to watch as it was to play. But the true magic of Rocket League was not just in its gameplay, it was in the community that grew around it. Psyonix's commitment to its creation didn't end with the game's release. They introduced more features like cross-platform play, which allowed players on different systems to compete against each other, uniting the Rocket League community even further. Frequent updates brought new cars, customization options, game modes, and seasonal events, ensuring that the game always felt fresh and exciting. It was this constant interaction and feedback from you, the community, that truly shaped the game's evolution. As the player base grew, so did the competitive scene. In 2016, Psyonix launched the first Rocket League Championship Series, an official esports tournament that turned top players into stars. The RLCS brought together the best Rocket League talents worldwide to compete for glory and substantial cash prizes. In the early seasons, the prize pools were relatively modest, but still attractive for a growing esport. The total prize pool for Season 1 in 2016 was $75,000, which grew to more than $500,000 by Season 8. It was the dawn of a new era for Rocket League, transforming it from a beloved game into a legitimate esport. Rocket League's lightning growth didn't go unnoticed in the gaming industry. By 2018, the game's success had caught the eye of many, including a giant in the industry, Epic Games, known for their Unreal Engine and the colossal hit Fortnite. Epic Games was always on the lookout for promising ventures. In May of 2019, Epic Games decided to bring Rocket League into its fold by acquiring Psyonix, the game's developer, in a move that sent ripples through the gaming community. For many fans, it was a moment of mixed emotions, as there was excitement at the potential new resources and growth, but also apprehension about how the acquisition might change the games they loved. When it came to Rocket League, Epic Games had big plans. Their vision was to leverage their vast infrastructure and experience to take Rocket League to even greater heights. One of their first major changes was to make the game free-to-play, a strategy that had worked wonders for Fortnite. This shift, which happened in September of 2020, aimed to attract an even larger player base, and it worked. Millions of new players flocked to the game, breathing new life into its already thriving community. With Epic's backing, Rocket League expanded its presence across platforms, including the Nintendo Switch and dedicated version for mobile devices called Rocket League Sideswipe. They also integrated Rocket League into their digital storefront, the Epic Games Store. Epic Games was known for their robust support of esports, and they extended this to Rocket League. The RLCS increased funding and attention, with larger prize pools up to $2 million and more frequent tournaments. Epic's influence helped push Rocket League into the spotlight of mainstream esports, attracting new teams, sponsors, and viewers. However, with these changes came growing pains. Some longtime fans lamented the increased focus on microtransactions and the loss of crates and player-to-player trading, which had been beloved features. But was the removal of crates and player-to-player trading necessary? On December 4th, 2019, Psyonix removed crates from the game and replaced them with the new Blueprint system. According to Psyonix, the new system provided a better and fairer player experience, unlike crates, which felt like you were gambling in the game. After that, in December 2023, Epic took a more controversial step by removing player-to-player trading entirely, selling the decision as a way to align Rocket League with Epic's overall approach to game cosmetics and item shop policies, where items are not tradable, transferable, or sellable. This move alienated a major portion of the community, particularly those who enjoyed the trading aspect as a form of social interaction and in-game economy. Long-standing trading platforms like Rocket League Garage declined in activity, and many players felt a sense of loss and frustration. Epic's management of Rocket League's esports scene also faced criticism. The RLCS, once a symbol of competitive integrity and excitement, saw changes that were not welcomed at all. The lowering of the age limit to 13 for participation in the RLCS, intended to bring in fresh talent and appeal to a younger audience, raised concerns about the pressures and potential exploitation of young players in a highly competitive environment. Additionally, the restructuring of cash prizes and the format of the tournaments left the series feeling more like a spectacle than anything of substance. But no other point of contention was as severe as the handling of content updates and new features. Epic introduced Rocket League's competitive tournament system and expanded the game to new platforms. But these updates ended up being superficial and failed to address deeper issues within the game. For instance, the highly anticipated Rocket Racing mode was a simplistic adaptation rather than an innovative new game mode fans had hoped for. Instead of a thrilling new racing experience, it felt like a tacked-on minigame with Fortnite physics. Epic's lack of communication with the Rocket League community was another sore point. Players often felt that their feedback was ignored or inadequately addressed. Updates sometimes introduced new bugs or issues, giving the impression that they were rushed, not thoroughly tested, and not given their required attention. The PR management surrounding these updates often seemed tone-deaf. For example, after announcing controversial changes to the RLCS, Epic quickly pivoted to promoting new in-game bundles, creating a sense that they were more focused on everything else but player satisfaction. While Epic game titles like Fortnite continue to receive major updates, events, and crossovers, Rocket League's updates felt minor in comparison, and many began to feel that Rocket League was being sidelined in favor of more profitable ventures. Today, Rocket League continues to be a popular game, but several challenges have impacted its reputation, profitability, player count, and satisfaction. Looking ahead, the future of the game depends largely on how Epic Games addresses these challenges. There is potential for revitalizing the game. However, continued neglect or a focus solely on monetization could further alienate its already desensitized player base. Hopefully, Epic Games realizes what a gem they have in their hands, and does better with it.